Talking about feet. I like it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Credit Chat. We are diving into our D&D campaign of Welcome to the Hellfire Club. Tonight is going to be Chapter 3, Sessions 1, 2, and 3. This video specifically is going to be Session 1, and then you can look for our next two uploads, which will contain Sessions 2, and the one following that will be Session 3 as well. My name is Mark, and the co-host for this channel for Post Credit Chat is Sam. Sam, give us a little wave. We also have our three fantastic guests, very close friends joining us tonight. We have Chip as our DM. Oh, I thought you were going to, was that your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. My bad. I'm sorry. We have Jordan, and Jordan, why don't you give us a little quick history on your character, who you are, and just give us a little spiel real fast.
Yeah.
Who you're portraying in the show as well.
Yep, definitely. So I am playing Mike's character, who is Taylor the Paladin. We just hit level 3, so in the first two sessions, our first two chapters rather, we finished leveling up each time. So we'll talk about level changes in a little bit, but Taylor's pretty close combat. He's got a couple of spells here and there, but he thrives being up and close and personal in the action, along with your character as well. So hopefully we'll see some of that tonight.
I'm excited, and suppose we're getting something a little different, Chip said, so that's something to look forward to. We also have Colton. Colton, give us a little bit of an intro, or not intro. We should have been knowing who your character is by now if you're watching with us on YouTube, but give us a little intro on your character.
Yeah, so I'm playing as Will the Wise, who is our scholarly wizard who's got spells galore in his little spell book that he carries around.
He has more than Ray of Frost?
He's got more than Ray of Frost, I promise. I just can't use that
Maybe.
much. I get tired real quick, okay? But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy playing spellcasters in general, and just like games and like, fantasy games and such. So it kind of fits the persona.
Absolutely. Sam, real quick, give us a rundown on who you are.
Yeah, so I am an elf rogue, and I'm a rogue. It's pretty cool. I'm just now also an assassin, so I can do really cool assassin things. It's pretty sweet.
I love that. That's
and
awesome.
I'm Erica Sinclair in the show.
Erica Sinclair. And I have to say, you've done a really good job of portraying her attitude-wise.
Thank you.
Especially
Thank
between you and Really June. That was great.
Yeah.
That was bad, dude. Bring her back. She carried us.
I wonder if
last
we're going
time.
to see her again. Who knows?
I hope not. I'm gonna wait until Lady Applejack is in the worst and most dire of straits, and I'm gonna have Really June just come in and save her. Don't do that.
And I'm portraying Sundar the Bold, who's Lucas in the show. I'm a human fighter is what my class is, and I am somebody who likes to get up in personal, just kind of like Jordan's character. Sometimes I like to push other little people ahead of me and fall behind and let them take the damage first, is the running joke in this campaign. But we're turning that around tonight, so you guys will see a little bit of a change, a little bit more of a prideful, outgoing Sundar the Bold, hopefully. What I want to do real quick, though, is check in with all of you guys. It's funny, we're less than 2 weeks away from season 5 kicking off, which is fantastic. So real quick, is there anybody who, Sam and I are currently in the middle of our rewatch of season 4 for the channel, and so a little plug, if you want to be able to kind of see what our review is for seasons 1, 2, and 3, by this point that this video is uploaded, we'll have those 3 uploaded, as well as season 4 reviews well. But at the time of recording this, we are in the middle of our rewatch for season 4. Are you guys done with your rewatches, all 3 of you? Or are you still in the middle of your rewatches?
So I started my rewatch back in September, and I was thinking, man, I'm going to have so much time. I'll be sitting around for weeks, if not like a month beforehand. And I'm so glad I gave myself enough time. We are at the end of season 3, my wife and I. We have about like an episode and a half left. And overall, something I've noticed about season 3 is that overall, I think I like it less than when I first watched it, which was surprising to me. It's still a very strong season, right? Like, I think when we talk about bad seasons of Stranger Things, it's so relative because overall the show is so strong. There isn't a bad season. They're all really good. But overall, I like season 3 less. I think one of the reasons for that is twofold. Number one, we see less of the party altogether, right? And part of that's for character development and growth. We see Dustin and Robin and Steve and Erica kind of as one group, and then we see Elle and the rest of the party, and Joyce and Hopper and Nancy and them kind of, well, really Joyce and Hopper aren't even with them. So we see a lot more division amongst the group itself for the sake of the story, which is fine. And then the Duffer Brothers always do a great job kind of bringing everyone back together at the end, the convergence, if you will. But it's a little sad to see the party so split up. But more than that, Season 3 is a very gratuitous season. Or sorry, Season 3. Did I say 2? I'm going to say 3. Season 3 is very gratuitous. Like, we see so much of, like, the bodies melting and, like, turning into the giant monster, and so much, like, more blood and guts and stuff like that. And it's just such a departure from, like, the more psychological horror of Seasons 1 and 2. Not to say that Seasons 1 and 2 don't have, like, violence in them, because they definitely do. But just relative to Season 3, it feels like it's going for more of, like, a shock value. Like, how can we give you some things just make you, like, and squirm and look away? Like, my wife, like, has closed her eyes and looked away a bunch of times because she gets kind of squeamish, that sort of stuff. And it just made me feel like maybe they're relying on that a little bit too much in the season, where I've kind of enjoyed, like, the Jaws effect of Seasons 1 and 2, where, like, okay, you know the Demogorgon's out there, but, like, you don't exactly know where, or we hear him, but, like, that element of suspense makes the show more exciting, whereas Season 3 is a little more in your face. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with that?
But yeah, I feel like my immediate answer to that is I completely agree. I feel like something that the first season does so well is that the Demogorgon is not in it a lot, right? Like, he's in the shadows. He's kind of on the peripheral vision that you have of the show and what's going on. And then when he finally shows up, it's a huge deal. It's a big deal. Like, but if it's constantly in your face, like the thing that's supposed to, like, make us afraid, or the thing that we're worried about, like the villain, the moment they kind of show that face to you, it kind of loses some of its power. You know, it loses some of its kind of intrigue factor. So I agree. If, like, you don't necessarily see the big baddie right off the bat, but you do see kind of like what makes it scary, what makes it gross, right off the bat and throughout the thing. So we're not really shocked when we actually see the big baddie. We're just like, oh, that's big and he's scary. But no, I completely agree.
Something Sam and I talked about in one of our earlier reviews is, like, the Demogorgon being this, like, big bad, and it might have even been with this group. We talked about it, but the Demogorgon being this big bad, and then as the seasons go on, that doesn't really change. But when you play, like, a video game like Elden Ring, I remember, like, my very first From Software game I actually really worked through. The very first
Took
few
you a while.
enemies that it took me a while, yeah. But the first few enemies you come in contact are these just soldiers, and, like, I was getting schooled by them left and right, and I'm like this level 0, guy. And then as you play the game, you get stronger, but you come across these harder foes. But the Demogorgon in the show is always this just really hard thing they come across, right? And you even see that in season 4 as well with. And they kind of learn a little bit of, like, how to work with that, I guess, that difficulty. But
We
find
can
that
equate it to
interesting.
Elden Ring. It's that first enemy that you come across. It's kind of like that spider humanoid thing, like, that's got all the arms and all the swords.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that thing stays annoying throughout the game. You see it multiple times, and man, every single time I go up against that, I'm like, oh, I hate this thing.
Yeah, fun side fact, I just got to refight that thing. I never knew you'd be able to go do it again, and I whooped its butt. It was so satisfying. So
Nice.
that was cool.
But I'm
Well-
glad that they keep the Demogorgon as, like, a legitimate threat, because
Right.
it makes more sense in, like, a video game or an anime that, like, okay, there's power scaling, but, like, they're still just kids. Like, they're not getting any better, like, physically. Like, yeah, they grow a little bit, but their biggest thing they have is, like, they're just more knowledgeable about the Upside Down, like, what those threats are and how to defeat them. But still, like, every season we see them be like, we don't really have any idea what to do until someone has, like, that light bulb moment. So, like, I like that in season 4, I know exactly what you're talking about, like the Russian prison. It's a threat in season 1. It's still a threat in season 4. A little bit different, of course, like, the circumstances are different, but, like, I like that they didn't power scale the Demogorgon down to be like, oh, this is chump change now. Like, it's still a very legitimate threat, as it should be, because Hopper's not, like, moving up in levels. He's still just a overall normal dude who's put in these, like,
Right.
extraordinary circumstances.
I don't know. Did you see the push-ups he was doing in that one
I
scene?
mean, listen,
I felt
That's
he was-
true.
where he had some iro level up. That's all I'm saying.
the Hopper physique change from seasons 3 to 4, and honestly 2 to 3, should be studied. Like, I know he's in prison. He's looking a little flappy in season 3, right?
Flappy is the worst way to.
He's got a little extra on him,
He's flappy.
But in season 4, he kind of tightens up a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
What about you, Colton and Chip? Where are you guys at in your rewatch?
Go ahead, Colton.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I we started our rewatch, I think around the same time, like September or so. And we kind of flew through it up until we got to season 4. We're kind of like taking it one episode at a time here and there to kind of savor like right before the 26 rolls around. But yeah, it's been really enjoyable, and I the thing I did like about season 3 and 4 is just like the just increasing of scale, and in terms of everything was like once localized into just like this little tiny town, and like this one lab, and it's doing stuff, but then it starts to like pull in intrigue from like the U.S. government all the way to the Russian government, and now it's like a global phenomenon of like integrating the Cold War, which was like, at the height in the 80s. It's, close to its height. But yeah, it's really cool to see how the Duffer Brothers kind of like integrate that into like their nostalgia bomb of the 80s.
Yeah. And that's a cool like thing to pick up on what you said with 3 and 4 being much larger scale, things. And part of that's financial, gain that they have gotten from being such a popular show, but also like they have always worked with what they had and made it like I've never once questioned like the set size or anything. But with what you're saying, when I look back to 1 and 2, I'm like, oh, the sets were small. Joyce's house, Hopper's little trailer, the lab, big building, but it was these probably little rooms in a warehouse. I don't know. And then we do go to this mall, and we were talking about this, Sam and I, that mall is a shut down mall in Georgia that they renovated for Stranger Things season 3, which is really cool. So yeah, these larger set scale sets, however you say it, is a real thing, like you were saying. So that's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Chip? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jordan.
I'm talking so much. I'll give Chip a turn and then just come back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said this when we first started or something like that. But Haley and I, we watched it so fast. Like my wife and I were, I don't know, it's good TV, right? Like it's good TV, and the first season is just so good. So we did not pace ourselves. We just watched it through. It's to the same point that Jordan made, is that season 3, like Haley's, oh man, like what is going on? Like why is this happening? I forget how gratuitous this is. But then season 4, I forgot how demented season 4 is. Like, bro, watching these kids like be raised into the air and like have their bodies like snapped in half, like it's rough to watch. It's very demonic. Whereas before it's like, okay, there's bad happening here, right? That one was more like, this is kind of messed up, like this is kind of demented. And then to kind of have the reveal, everybody here has watched the whole show, correct?
Yes.
Like at some point, okay. To come back to the fact that 1 has been like the root of it all and the cause of it all, like that's a wild plot point that also in some ways makes a lot of sense. But I'm nervous about season 5, because to the same point of what you talked about with season 3 of like, oh, it just kind of came out very, very gratuitous. There's all this stuff that you're just kind of seeing, like that's kind of the shock factor. They ended season 4 with everything's unleashed. There is a not a gate. There is like a cross in the environment where it is opening up to the upside down. First off, what? Like, how is this supposedly like going to be contained in this area? How? So I'm really going to be interested to see how they introduce the new season with. Yeah. Also, there's a town size hole in the reality where things from the upside down can just come through, but we're going to keep it contained in Hawkins.
Yeah. Well, I think you bring, and Sam, I was going to say this in our review for season 4, but it's funny because seasons 1, 2, and 3 always start with things are okay and fine. Each season has ended with we resolved the problem, we beat the final boss, but there is this underlying thing that, does always happen. Will, is coughing into the sink and the lights flicker at this end of season 1. Season 2, the school shifts upside down and we see it in the upside down and we see the mind flare over it. Season 3, I can't remember what happened at the end of season 3. What was it? And I just did the rewatch of that.
What is the end of season 3?
No, it's honestly perfect timing because I'll figure it out in a few days and then I'll let you know what it is next time.
There you go. Come back to us for chapter 4. But
That's
just all that to say, season 5, when that starts, like this is the first season we're getting where we are starting a season where there are problems. It's not a happy season, the movie theater has a new movie that came out, and all that. It's just like, there's an issue, we're jumping into it kind of thing.
Yep.
It'll be interesting.
And
What were
something
you going to say,
else,
Jordan,
like,
earlier?
oh,
Oh, Sam, go ahead.
no, we're cool.
No, go ahead.
I
We're
was just
chatting,
gonna
man.
talk about how, like, all these other seasons are effectively PG-13, and they get like we're talking about season 4 was pretty gnarly, and we're getting like TVMA or R rating for season 5.
This one's TV mature.
Yeah, dude.
I did not know that.
So I think they're gonna get real nasty with it.
Yeah.
I
well,
hope not for the sake of getting real nasty with it though. I hope that
Yeah.
that's not like the shock factor. I hope that's not why. I hope.
so
They got a big baddie to deal with, so we'll see.
the last thing I want to jump into before we get recording, I'm going to bring up in a second, but Jordan, I did want to let you say what you were going to say earlier real quick.
Yeah. It's kind of turning into like another Stranger Things podcast, but I'm not mad about it. I just
Podcast within a podcast.
That's right, viewers. We will get to D&D. We promise. Colton had mentioned the idea of like a culture bomb, like things happening in the show that were relevant to that time that like you kind of pick up on. I think something they did such a great example of that with is that in season 3, after they fight the I don't even whatever
Mind
monster you want
Flayer,
to
is
call it. Yeah, it's like it's like a meat monster, it's kind of the
Yeah.
Mind Flayer, but it's something else. At Hopper's cabin, she gets injured because the thing bites her leg. They go to that little convenience store to get some supplies. While they're there, they're shopping for fireworks and stuff like that, and they have a conversation about new Coke, which had evidently just come out, and Lucas is loving it. Everyone else is like, dude, this stuff is nasty. And like, none of us were alive for that transition, but like, I'm sure we've heard people older than us talk about like this idea of new Coke, which was such a flop, and they switched back to what we now know as Coke Classic, which every Coke can says Coke Classic, but like, unless you know that story, you've probably never stopped to think, why is it called Coke Classic? So it's just in there for a few minutes, but it's cool because like Lucas is like, man, it's better, it's sweeter, it's bolder, it's a stronger taste, and everyone else like, dude, new Coke is nasty, which like obviously living in 2025, we know that because it's Coke Classic, but it was just a cool little thing they did where I was like, oh, like if you didn't know, but there's a little bit of like culture sprinkled in there. I thought that was a nice touch.
I agree. It's funny you say that because that was something I picked up on this rewatch. That's one of those things where like watching it the first time, I never picked up on that because you're just taking in all these like cool, fantastical things happening. But this rewatch, I picked up on that, Jordan. I thought that was a really cool nod to history, and for them to bring that in, I thought that was awesome.
Has anybody else
you want a
noticed
Coke?
that there is a character that embodies each time frame, each season? That this character changes pretty drastically every season is to kind of embody the culture of the season. Have you ever noticed that?
Is it Karen Wheeler?
It is It's the mom, right?
Yeah.
In every season, she looks vastly different. And it's because
That's a good point.
she's wearing the exact like most famous, most popular outfits and hairstyles. And it's wild. If you actually watch season 1, season 2, she looks vastly different every season. I kind of love that. Like she was like the embodiment of the time, and I think that's so fascinating, so interesting to see her change throughout the series.
Well,
that is a cool pickup.
The reason they do that is because she is the Mind Flayer disguising herself to live in that time period.
Bob,
and then Bob comes back and kills
Listen,
her.
I have not forgotten about Bob. Right, things are looking bad for my boy.
Bro,
but I know season 5 we're getting more Bob
first
content.
scene, there's a tear in reality, and what do we see? We see the hand of Bob come out, and he's pulling his way out. He's like, "Don't worry, guys.
When I'm right, I want an apology from all of you because none of you believe me.
What I wanted to ask real quick, my last question before we jump into it is this. I want to get your opinion on something. And again, this is something Sam and I, if you're watching the podcast right now on this video, I guess right now, we will jump into this topic a little bit more, but I would love to get y'all's perspective on something. We did recently have a animated TV show announcement for Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers are not doing this show, but recently in an interview, they did come out and say that they were asked about the ending of this story, and they responded with something similar to this, saying that is exactly what this is. This is the end of this story for these specific characters. What they're insinuating is outside of animation, there is most likely more properties from Stranger Things that we will see. However, the Duffer Brothers are on contract. Is it with Paramount, Sam?
Yeah, Paramount.
I think they're with Paramount Plus after Stranger Things season 5. So regardless if the Duffer Brothers are doing it or not, do we want more content from Stranger Things not having yet seen season 5, assuming it's going to do a good justice to the show, do we want more content, or do we think, hey, this is a like assuming they land season 5, this is going to be a perfect show. Don't taint it. Like, what are thoughts?
I mean, I'll go ahead and say, like, I don't even want them to do the animated show.
I don't either. I'm with you.
Like,
Especially when it looks like Clone Wars.
honestly.
For some people, that's a benefit, though.
That's fair.
I hate that animation personally. I think it looks so clunky, looks so childish. I don't like it.
So I'll say this. I'm excited for the spinoff, right? I don't think that there's anything wrong with doing some more stuff. People are going to scream, oh, they're milking the show. Well, first of all, why wouldn't they? And second of all, like, I'm happy to get more of that, which I love. Now, I understand some IPs have beat this idea to death. Marvel, Star Wars, right? It's been beaten to death. Stranger Things, I think no matter what, though, we can always have the open and closed show, seasons 1 through 5. There's nothing else we have to watch to enjoy that story. I'm excited to get a little bit more. I like the new format. I think it'll be good. Here's what I don't want, though. I don't want Stranger Things to, like, 10, 20 years from now have suffered what I'll refer to as, like, the Star Wars effect, which is, okay, we have this entire universe with an almost infinite timeline, but we're just going to focus on this several decade span of the rebellion, all right? Because nothing else matters, apparently, other than the rebellion. Now, I know the Star Wars fans are going to be screaming, that's not true, because if you watch this series, they do... Whatever. You realize the heart of what I'm saying. All that matters in Star Wars is the rebellion. Is there nothing else that we can explore other than this time period like this? I think that, I haven't watched it, but the new show, Welcome to Derry, about the Stephen King It is doing a good job of that, where we have this concept, but like, let's go back in time. What was it like 27 years before the book and 27 years before that? It's the same concept, but like, can we explore some like additional times in that space? I think if it can find a way to do that, of like maybe pre-season 1 or something like that, I'd be more interested. But for now, I'm totally fine and really happy to have something between seasons 2 and 3 that I think will probably be considered non-canon, but still fun to watch nonetheless.
That's good. I like that. I'm curious to see what is going to happen between seasons 2 and 3, and if they make it to where they kind of refer to it in season 3, but we never picked up on it until they put the context in between the 2 seasons. So I don't know. It'd be cool if they did that, but my hopes are very low on that. What about you two, Colton and Chip?
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether or not like I'm gonna like more content depending on just how season 5 ends. Because like if they wrap it up really nicely and they stick the landing as the actors say they do, then I'll probably be satisfied and be like, you know what, I don't really need more of this. You know, it is an interesting world and an interesting concept that they've come up with. And to like have it kind of coincide with like things that we love, like Dungeons and Dragons and the whole world, and bringing that in, on top of like, you know, milking the nostalgia of the 80s is really cool. So I don't know if it's something where like they pick another decade and, you know, follow that. But I think a lot of the charm also came from like the young actors, right? And kind of seeing them like grow up and you know, while they're filming, and just like watch the characters grow up too in the midst of that. I think it's just gonna be like hard to kind of follow up and replicate, but you know, adults can suffer in at the hands of the Upside Down, as we've seen with some of the other characters and Stranger Things.
There was a part in the quote from the Duffer Brothers, Colton, that spoke to this is an end to the story of this decade as well, insinuating that other future projects would visit different decades. So I'm glad you said that.
Cool. I am not excited. I don't want more, and most of that is because I personally can't think of a series, a movie, like a trilogy, TV show that they're like, you know what, let's do some more. And it turned out to be like, man, this would not be as good if we didn't have this extra. Like, I'm thinking about Lord of the Rings. Like, bro, Rings of Power is some of the most hot garbage I have ever seen. And I think here's what I think is the biggest problem is that they get these writers to come in. They're like, you know what? You can probably do it better. You know what? Tolkien's story, it's not good enough. You know who I think can make Tolkien's story better? You guys. You know what? Star Wars. Let's do about 70 shows and let's just get it. Let's just pump them out. You know, let's pick characters that people love, like Boba Fett. Guys, we could write garbage and people will love Boba Fett. Right?
Let's let George Lucas hand us his ideas for the next trilogy, and then let's just throw them in the trash.
Right. Like, and so I literally can't think of a single thing from Marvel, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, you name it. They add this content as a money grab, even with Game of Thrones, right? Like they want to keep adding more because people love Game of Thrones so much. But those writers' last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones is absolute trash because they started to do this. What, George Martin? He doesn't know how to write.
Right.
You know what? Our HBO writers, they've got it. Let's tank. Whoever thought that it was a good idea to go away from the source content? They always flop. And then a great example of sticking to the script and making something amazing because they stick to the script, not because we're making more, we're going to add a bunch of stuff, but sticking to the script is Dune. You watch Dune 1 and Dune 2, and if you've ever read that book, they have line for line, shot for shot, incredibly similar scenes, pacing, etc. in those movies as the book. And I loved it. I'm like, thank goodness I don't have to sit here and see, you know what can we come up with in 2023 that's going to be better than that? No, stick to the script. There's a reason it is a worldwide phenomenon already. We don't need your help, right? Sorry, Chip got on a soapbox for a second, but I'm so tired of new writers thinking that they can make original, amazing stories better. I just am so tired of it. Like, there's a reason it's famous. Leave it as it is. I'm done. I'm done.
No, I think that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys kind of entertaining that question. I've actually been really looking forward to getting your thoughts on all of that. But what we do want to do right now is just, hey, you guys clicked on this because you were expecting some D&D. And so we want to deliver that to you. We're going to go ahead and jump into session 1 of chapter 3. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to our dungeon master, Mr. Chip.
Here we go. We're going to just jump right in. All right, guys, there's going to be no preamble. An urgent call for aid has brought you to the quiet port town of Oakshore. When you arrive, the harbor is mostly empty, no doubt due to recent reports of dock workers being slain at night. A stocky dwarf in a guard uniform sits on the curb, groaning and rubbing his temples. He leaps to his feet when he sees you. It's about time! Captain Skipper's away on business. I didn't know who else to call. Over the past week, 3 dock workers have been slain in the night. I need you to bring the killer to justice. Can you help me?
I turn to the party and I go, how did he know to call us? Who is this guy and how does he know about us? Our
Also,
exploits
how do
are
we just randomly
legendary.
keep showing up in random places together?
That's right.
We're a roving party, you know. Like we've
You
done
are
things
a
of
group of
renown.
adventurers, are you not? I sent out an alarm. I sent out for help. Is this not you? Are you just passing through?
No, we saw your call for help, and that's exactly why we're here right now.
Aye, then why are we taking so much time to do anything? Are you going to help or not?
I turn to my group and I say, we ready for another adventure?
As we have the chance to do the funniest thing right now and just fly through town and upend all of Chip's plans for the night. And just go, not us. See you later.
It could be us.
My
Joke's on
character
you. I
pulls
knew
out his
you would do
weapon.
that.
Of course we'll help you.
You
I
will?
approach the dwarf, who's probably about the same height as Taylor, because, you know, I'm a halfling, and I thrust out my hand, and I grab his hand, and I shake it, and I say, I will help you. Tell us about these disappearances.
As you shake his hand, he's kind of like, you can tell.
Get it together, Mark.
Just from your handshake, you can tell this guy, he's not serious business. This guy's kind of like, he is a guard because there's nothing better to do and because it's decent money. But even from how he shakes your hand, he goes, "Yes, Callaghan, nice to have your acquaintance. Jeez, you don't have to squeeze the life out of it." And he pulls his hands away. He goes, "Now, a few things you need to know. I have issued a strict curfew. Locals must remain indoors until this case is solved. Now, just so you know, the victims were discovered at the end of their shifts every time. All their bodies were riddled with tiny holes. I had those bodies burned as a precautionary measure. I think that's what the manual says you're supposed to do. I closed the docks, but it's halting trade and people are starting to get upset. We can't afford this closure for too long. If you help me out, find out some... What? Young man, is there a reason this is funny to you, that people are dying, that trade is stopped, that this town is dying? Is that funny to you?
There's something wrong with my webcam.
It must be a wee little girl over there. I heard a little swipe. Little girl, what are you doing here? Do they let you out to play with your ponies and your princesses?
They did, for once, yes.
I say, sir, I assure you, Sundar the Bold cares for the economic vitality of this town just as much as the next man.
Well, thank goodness the money stopped flowing. I stopped drinking.
What's
Are
your
you
name again?
back, young man who had the problems with his eyes?
What, these eyes, you say? These eyes were prepping themselves for war. That is what was happening.
All right, well, I'll say it again. If you can find evidence related to these crimes, I'll give you 200 gold pieces. And if you can handle or eliminate whoever's been doing this, I'll give you another 100 gold pieces. Does that sound about right to you?
We don't need money to do the right thing.
Well,
You may not. I'll take your pay.
Spellbooks don't buy themselves, right?
Guys, college is expensive.
Yeah, this guy's got a trust fund.
I've got wizard loans to deal with. So then after this, Philia says, all right, now that you'll help, I'm going to give you a little bit of authority as you go around. This is a writ that gives you the authority of me and the guard around here, that you are able and you have been given the rights of power, responsibility, and justice. So when you go around and anybody gives you trouble, you just flash this in front of them and they'll know it's serious business from Phileas Callahan. Any questions?
Yeah, we official. We got documents.
If you have any questions, I would say for your sake, start, you seem like you've been traveling a wee bit. Maybe go over to the saloon over here and see if maybe you can get some information out of them, and maybe a pint to drink to settle your nerves before you start things.
Sounds good. I'll take the document, and I hold out my hand. I stick the document in my spellbooks.
All right, here,
The most powerful spell is a spell of authority.
Well, I'm down to go over to the area he was talking about. I want to go get a drink.
Yeah.
Y'all down?
So y'all are going into the saloon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
So as you walk up to the saloon, you see that it's kind of a miserable looking establishment. It's definitely had better days. You can see there's a wooden anchor that hangs above the door. There's a single frayed rope, and on it says "Pints Ahoy," and you kind of hear some instrumental music playing from the inside. When you walk in, you see a lively sea shanty fills the ramshackle tavern. These walls are festooned with nautical decor. A lanky man with a voluminous pompadour prances about the room, playing an accordion. He wears a sailor's uniform, and as does the woman sitting tiredly behind the bar. The tavern is basically empty except for you two. Ho ho ho! Hi, adventurers! Would you like to set sail on an ocean of ale with me? My name is Captain Yves Wellington, and I'll be your seafaring guide on this La Bercherie voyage. This is my first mate, J. Liboc. To what sherry shore shall we set sail first?
Anybody
I feel like
understand
I'm
that?
I'm at like the tavern equivalent of like a medieval times, and I'm loving it. All the people.
Medieval times, you say? It sounds like a wonderful place, but I can tell you
Wonderful?
that it does not have as good ale as the place that you are in now.
Who was your character? Ed Dellard? Was that your other campaign character who had that voice?
Oh, Adelaide.
Yeah.
Okay, so do y'all walk in? You go-
I kind of want to sidestep the the greeter and walk up to the bar, but I'll let the others talk to him first before I leave that.
As you walk by, he goes, "Excusez-moi, would you like a little bit of ale? What is so funny?
We're here on official guard business. I can't be
Official
drinking right
or
now.
a fish oil, am I right?"
Show him the writ, Will.
Like, pull out my spellbook and slap the writ on the table. It's like, in the name of the law,
Mon
tell us
ami,
all you know.
sacré bleu. Oh, seems like we have a couple of little men who think themselves quite important.
We got the
Jay.
killer. Book him. He's
This is him.
suspicious.
Arrest this man.
Okay, well, if you have any questions for me or my sister, we would be happy to help. Well, how about this? You know what? Since you are so official, apparently, you may have a glass of milk or an ale for free. On me.
Can Lady Applejack get an apple juice, please?
Oh, she does look like a little child. I do not have any apple juice, but milk suffice. Oui.
Skim milk. Yes.
What is this? What is
Wait.
this word? Scheme. Scheme.
It's just
Whatever
water
kind of milk.
pretending to be milk.
Facts.
So, would you
You
like
can
a
drink
glass
cold if
of
you want.
water?
I'll have an ale, please.
An
Little bit.
ale,
An ale?
like the letter ale.
Yeah. Maybe
Her
you could
driver's
say it
license
right.
says 20 years old, just so you know.
20. You cannot drink in this establishment. You will have a glass of milk, and you will be grateful. Here you go." He goes over to the bar. He grabs kind of a big old thing of milk, and he pours it into this tiny little cup. And he saunters over to Lady Applejack. He goes, "Here you go, mon chéri."
I'm just glad that in a world where literally anything can happen, we still have American drinking laws being applied.
Yeah, like,
Not 21. Sorry.
In Trump's America, that ain't gonna happen anymore.
So I'm behind Sundar here, right? I want to use my sleight of hand to pour the milk down the back of his pants.
So you're behind me getting
Yeah.
the milk handed to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour it down your
No,
pants.
no, the milk is handed to him, and then
Yes.
afterwards, he's trying to pour this down your pants afterwards. I cannot wait for this 4-hour session.
Oh my God.
So, please roll me an athletics check, a sleight of hand check. Let's do
Ooh,
that.
Sleight of hand. I got a +7 on that.
Let's see it. What do we got?
We got a 19.
Ooh, that's pretty good. You know what? Let's see if Sundar's his wits are about it. Sundar, roll me a perception check. And don't say something's wrong with my roll. I rolled low. Okay?
No. Where's perception?
It
I'm trying to
should
find
be
Should
on
get
the
like a
left side of
nat
the
20
page.
on this.
it. Okay, I got it right. I got a 19.
You did not.
I got a 19.
You did not.
You don't believe me?
Whatever.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna believe. So as Lady Applejack was about to be incredibly sneaky and pour this milk down Sundar's pants. Sundar, you have an uncanny you have a will moment, and the hairs on the back of your neck start to rise and to stick out. There's evil afoot, and you notice that he's about to pour milk down your trousers. How do you respond?
I set down my ale and I say, little girl, if you think about doing this,
See, I
I'm
told
gonna
you she was
shove
a
you
little
so
girl.
far up the udder of the cow that's out back that you'll be stuck there until chapter 5, which we don't even have.
I'm like looking up at him and I'm still pouring the milk. As he's speaking.
I slap her.
Yeah,
If-
okay. I get slapped. You have milked pants.
If I was a betting man, I would say that they are brother and sister. Am I right?
Oui.
Well, would the others of you, would you like some ale?
Taylor just says no, thank you. He's a little tired of all the commotion going on with this guy. He's talking a lot, so I
The
wanna
little
walk
man
up-
would not like a tall glass of ale?
I'm good. I'm gonna walk over to the bar and talk to the lady who he said was his sister.
Your laws. What about the others of you? Would you like to have any ale?
All good.
I will
Will, are
take
you
one.
21 or older?
Oui, finally, someone with some taste. And he goes to the back. He grabs some ale. He comes back and he hands it to you. Is it not the best ale you have ever had on your gullet? All right. So as he's drinking his ale, Tara, go ahead and talk to the lady.
What up?
He goes,
What's up?
I say,
Hey.
good evening, my lady.
"Good evening."
We're here.
She
under
pulls
the-
out she pulls out a long cigarette.
This is attractive. We're here on official guard business from I forget the guy's name. Philippe, is that it?
What are you saying, little man?
Do you know anything about the disappearances that have been happening around here?
The disappearances. Yes, there is things happening around here, but who cares? Would you like something to drink?
What have you got? What's the finest thing you have in the bar?
The finest thing is me, clearly.
Taylor,
But
Taylor
if you'd
looks
like
her
something to drink, have ale and milk.
Taylor looks her up and down. He says, "You're right about that. What's the second nicest thing you've got?"
I already told you what we have is
Milk and ale. Got it. Okay, this session will take 4 hours. I'd like to look around the bar and just see if there's anything suspicious looking. It's strange that there's no one here. Could be maybe the fear of the events that have been happening, but I just want to look around the bar and see if there's anything off that catches my attention.
yeah. So you go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Lit 4.
Nothing seems amiss.
Everything. I walk back to the party. Guys, all good here. Just checked it out. Nothing else to see.
And then as you walk back, Jeeves starts to speak. He says, "Oh, don't worry about my sister. She is what do you call how do you say useless? a waste of space, whatever you say in this language. But if you'd like to ask me questions, I have many answers. I know a lot of juicy things.
I
Jeez.
nudge Will the Wise. Dude, you should go talk.
I'm allergic to smoke.
So the guy's like, he's like eager. He's like, come on, let me tell you a little bit about the carpenter, the cobbler, the herbalist, the musician, the tailor. I have all the
Okay, but first, Jeeves, I'll have an ale.
Oh, call me Captain Wellington.
If you say so, Captain Wellington.
Wellington, not Wellington. Wellington.
Wellington.
That is better, but it sounds stupid in your stupid language. Sorry, I'm so sorry. What would you like to know?
I muttered to myself in Elvish. One ale, please.
You muttered that in English or in Elvish?
Nope, I muttered something
Oh, okay,
about,
under your breath.
about Captain Wellington.
Okay.
And then I returned my attention
He
to
runs
him.
off. He brings you an ale. He goes, now let me tell you a little bit about something of this town, okay? So, if you look right across the way, there's this place that is where a carpenter lives. Her name is Bibel Sonspa. She's a carpenter, and she has been acting very strange lately. She refuses to let anyone into her home. Who knows why? If you look over to the left, there's this place, the beautiful cobbler. Her name is Nina Schwarzholz, the cobbler, and she has made a fantastic pair of red boots for this local musician who used to play here. And I am so glad he is gone. I hired this man to perform in my tavern, but he was so terrible. I tried to get him out of here, but I had to shoo him out. I had to call the guards, and then they're useless as it is. And he had poor hygiene, bad manners, and now he used to live down the street. That house is abandoned now, and I'm so glad he is out of here. And then there's an herbalist named Lampro Kopnos, and basically he's going out of business because these murders happened even after he was not doing so well. But for some reason, he seems to be thriving now. I don't understand how he has no business, then has lots of business, as people are not coming into the town. But that is not for me to say. And then finally, there is Wexley. Wexley's Rondescent, the tailor. He has some titillating titles on his bookshelf. Let me tell you, I think he has a little bit of a, embarrassing secret. Oui. So if you ever go to the tailor's house, look at his bookshelf and you might see some spicy things.
This is the greatest exposition dump I've ever heard in a D&D session.
I was listening.
I'm just the town gossip.
Well, guys, I think there's a lot of stuff for us to see outside of the tavern. What say we leave and go check it out?
Slam my empty mug on the table and say, here, let's do it.
Whoa, it's a strong man with a strong appetite. Would you like another?
No, one's fine.
Okay. Your loss.
I set my ale back on the table without drinking any of it, and I move towards the northern exit.
Jay looks at you.
Jay, smoking kills. You gotta quit. And I'm out.
You didn't pay for that.
Thought they were around the house.
Yes, but I don't like you. That will be 3 copper pieces. Little man, did you not hear me? It is 3 copper pieces.
I walk towards her, and out of my backpack, I say, I have something even more valuable than pieces of copper. I take out a bottle of perfume from my backpack, set it on the counter, and I slide it across.
What is this? I asked you for 3 copper pieces.
Just smell it. This will sell for 6, no
I
problem.
don't want to smell your little body odor, little man.
I take the bottle of perfume and I kind of just like do it like around where like the cloud of smoke is around her to like get rid of it.
Ironically, you do that, and she goes,
well, great. Will the Wise now used one of my perfume uses. So now I'm down to 7.
I'm allergic to smoke, okay? We need to get out of here.
Please pay these 3 copper pieces and move along.
While they're doing that, I'm just going to take the ale that he put on the counter.
We're going to go for a quick stroll around the alley, enjoy our drinks. We will be right back. And I didn't catch your name. What is your name?
I'm getting out of here. I walk out the doors.
Yep.
I've got my ale in my hand now. I'm walking out.
Jay?
Can we move along?
I'm just gonna nod and say I can't wait to see you in a few minutes when we come back.
Oui, au revoir.
I'm leaving the building.
And we out of there.
Tara, do you follow? Are you out of there too?
100%. I've wanted to leave this place from the moment I got here.
Leave? Everybody's leaving.
Leaving.
Okay, so then which of these buildings are you guys gonna go to? What are you looking for?
Let's just work left to right. I say we start with this one right here in front
Are
of
you
us.
starting here? Okay.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Let me go knock, knock, knock.
You about to get shell shocked. All right. So, a boot-shaped wooden sign near the entrance of the shop reads, "The Sure Souls Boots Shoes." As you when you walk in, you kind of see that the smell of leather fills this warm shop. There's the walls are lined with shelves displaying boots of all kinds and shoes of every size. A young dwarf with thick braids emerges from the back room to greet you. Customers, come on in. I've got boots and shoes for sale. Which will it be?
Do you have any magic boots?
Magic boots. I am no magician, unfortunately, but there are these pink boots that somebody asked me to create, and then unfortunately, Corix was not willing to pay, or at least he hasn't been around to pay. So I kind of made these boots. They're in the back, but I wouldn't call them magical per se. But they are red, I guess. But you're more than welcome to them if you'd like. But nothing magical here.
I'll take them.
For Lady Applejack.
Okay. Okay, so you're all in there. Will's talking. Okay. So you really want these boots? They're just red. That's all.
I said I wanted them, didn't I?
I also made them for a man. Are you sure?
I got big feet.
Okay. Okay.
You want to see them?
So yeah, if you want to go look in the back, that's totally fine. She shows you the back room and she opens the door. Door. Okay. And then on the back, kind of over here, it's Lady Applejack. All right, so you're kind of going through. As you go in, you kind of see there are these damaged shoes. They're all piled kind of in the center of the workshop. You see cobbler's tools, soles, other scraps hang from the walls, and a pristine pair of fancy red boots rest on a workbench.
All right, yeah, I'll go. Well, actually, can I do a check to see if there's anything that seems off with this room? Like,
Yeah.
anything suspicious?
Sure. Yeah. So go ahead. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. A 15.
Okay, yeah. As you're looking around the room, you initially you looked at that pile of shoes and leather and such, and you didn't think much of it. And then you saw the red pair of boots, and then you kind of hear this rustling to your left, and you look over to the pile of boots, and you actually see that something's moving underneath that pile of boots.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so what do you do?
I go over to the pile of boots and start rummaging around for this the sound.
Okay. As you rummage through, as you're kind of walking over, immediately 2 swarms of rats come jumping out at you.
Chip with his tricky effects.
Invisible rats.
They were, and they attack you. So let's do this. Everybody, you all can hear this. So why don't we go ahead and say roll for initiative?
The rats.
Okay, I rolled a nat 1 or crit 1.
Not a good start. I rolled a 6.
Okay, wait. Tears 6.
19.
19.
Get ready for some Ray of Frost rats.
Okay.
20.
So not nat or nat.
1 and a 19.
Wait, you got a 1? Oh, wait, what?
He has a plus 19 on initiative.
Yeah, wait, what? You rolled
Like I rolled 1 dice was 1 and the other was a 19.
Why did you roll 2 dice?
I don't know. I'm touching initiative. When I do that, it rolls 2 dice
Really?
Is your initiative 0?
plus 1.
Interesting.
I'm confused. That is weird.
Okay.
I have an A on it, a green A.
So you have advantage. Okay, so then you have a 19. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Since I'm in this room, can I swap initiative with somebody? Or if it's a crit, is that like...
I think if it's a crit, you're kind of
Yeah.
screwed, my friend.
Okay.
Okay.
I have advantage on the initiative. That's what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah, today I learned. Okay.
From-
Okay, so we're going to start with, because Lady Applejack is the only one in the room and the 2 swarms are in there with her, they're going to just attack her. Lady Applejack, what is your AC?
13.
First one hits.
All right.
Okay, so... Ooh, okay, you take 8 damage. from the
Holy
first one.
crap.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be at the front, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, and then Swarm 2 attacks you as well. What's your AC?
13.
They just hit you.
Oh,
Just.
gosh.
Okay. 6 this time.
Oh my gosh. I went from 24 to 10. Oh my.
And now it is Tear's turn. So there's that. Tanner, what do you got for us?
It's my turn when I roll a 6 on initiative.
Okay, I guess that's true. I guess we would start over.
It should be Sundar.
You're right. You're right. It'd be Will then Sundar.
What did Will get?
19.
I got 20.
I thought
think
you said
you
you
had-
got 19 too. You got a 1 and then a 19.
Mark, if you're rolling with advantage, that just means you roll 2 die and you take the higher of the 2.
Oh,
So
gotcha. Okay,
You probably saw
Right.
19.
gotcha.
Yeah. So Will, you're up first.
I'm going to cast a Ray of Frost.
What did I say?
I roll.
A hit?
Mm-hmm.
That is not going to hit.
I do have a thing where if I miss my cantrips, they take half damage.
Okay.
So if I
So
roll-
are you hitting both of them or one of them?
Just it only targets one of them.
Okay.
The damage roll was a 2, so that does 1 damage.
You got him.
Bang!
You really got him. All right. Now Sundar, it's up to you.
I'm going to use my flail. I'm going to attack with that.
Well, you're going to move up.
Or move up. Yeah, 23. And then
You got a 23?
flail to hit 23.
That'll do. That'll do.
And then I got an 8
Why
for damage.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? You had hitting the one on the left or the one on the right?
Yeah, it looks like the one on the left is closest to Lady Applejack. Is that right? So I want to take care of that one or do as much damage as I can to that one.
Okay. Now we're back to Swarm 1. It's gonna swarm the one closest to you is gonna attack you, Sundar. What's your AC? It's gonna miss.
Jeez.
It doesn't matter. It absolutely misses.
Did it miss? Okay.
Absolutely misses. And then the second one is gonna attack Lady Applejack. Has not had a chance to move. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's gonna attack Lady Applejack. Wait.
Are you
No,
kidding?
no.
Oh my gosh.
It's 13 is your AC?
Yeah.
It misses.
Oh my gosh.
Whew. All right.
I was sweating, dude.
Tear, you are up, my friend.
Yeah, so one of the things I noticed is that the shopkeeper is probably within like a bit of a dangerous distance to this swarm of rats. So I kind of want to do like a U and go around Will the Wise. And I want to use the shove action to like try and push the shopkeeper to safety so she's not within the range of these people.
Get
But I
down,
realized-
Madam President.
But I realized like the shove action, I was looking at it, it's like pretty violent. So like
maybe just say, hey, move back. Okay.
Yeah, I want to like get between her and push her back, but like the shove action like makes her would make her make like a dexterity saving throw where she becomes
So yeah,
prone.
you go
So, like,
over and you stand in
yeah.
front of the ground.
I don't want to like wail on her.
Yeah,
and just,
yeah,
like,
you went over and you
check her.
put yourself in front of her.
Right, and
Okay.
that's probably my whole turn because I've
No.
moved and taken.
No,
well,
it's-
it's an action in combat.
To move?
The shove action is defined
you
as an
did
action
shove
in
her?
combat. I mean, I don't want to like.
I
bend
think it's
the
okay to
rules.
say you just stood in front of her, and that's fine.
Okay,
And you can
okay.
also attack. Like that's fine.
Make her make a dex saving throw. No,
You tick her.
let's see. I'm assuming the doorway is just one 5 foot square
Yep.
wide. So
Yep.
I don't think that I have room to attack with a longsword and do what I did. So that probably has to be my entire turn
Oh,
because
okay.
I've moved, I've pushed her. I don't think I can move again and attack. That seems like 2 turns worth of stuff.
I think you could probably do it.
I wouldn't mind you attacking, but if you feel like the flavor is out and like, hey, it makes sense to do what I did, that's fine. But I wouldn't mind you
Yeah,
moving in and
I
attacking.
feel like Tayer's first thought would be to protect the innocent.
It's up to
And
you.
I
If
feel
that's
like
what.
I feel like if I move, push her to safety, and move again and attack, that's just a lot for one turn. So
Okay.
I will call it there and stand at the ready to protect the shopkeeper.
Lady Applejack. What do you do?
Finally. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm gonna swing at the group of rats right in front of me.
Kill it.
I
Okay. You're
hope. I
You're
haven't.
gonna swing at the thing in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Roll to hit.
Hit is a 24.
That has to be a nat 20.
No, it's a 19. I
You
have a
plus
+5
5
on
to hit?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. You hit. That is successful.
And my damage is 6. 9, sorry.
Okay. Back to Will.
You
These
know
are
what
some
I'm doing.
tanky rats, dude.
Doing a Ray of Frost.
This is the third campaign, boys, or the third session. You're level 3. Things don't go
Rolled
down
an
easy.
Rolled an 11.
That will miss.
Ooh, but I do half damage.
Okay. Roll me damage.
Rolled a 6, so 3 damage.
You can tell the first swarm is bloodied. Okay.
These are strong rats.
Well, sorry, it was bloodied before that. I just didn't say it. So it's
mhm,
you're doing well. Sundar.
Yes, I'm just gonna take another swing at it. You said
Okay.
the one in front of us is bloodied, so I'll
Yes,
just attack
yep.
that one.
'Kay.
Flail 14
That'll hit.
damage. 5.
It gets to attack. Man, that's rough. It's gonna attack Sundar. It hits Sundar. Okay, and it is gonna do.
Not a lot.
It's gonna do 7 damage. And then the second one is gonna attack Lady Applejack because Lady Applejack decided to not move out of the front line as a rogue. And it's definitely hits. Okay. You only take 6 damage. Is that
Is it
Only
too late to-
6?
Are you incapped?
No, but I'm
Oh,
dang close, dude.
I also did cause sap. I don't know if that's too late to tell you now. It's fine if it is. I can just go on the next turn.
that
if I-
would have been relevant information for sure. Because
Yeah.
it's disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Yeah, I just realized that.
Remember that for next time.
Dude.
Yeah.
Tear, you're up.
Tear has an ability called Halfling Nimbleness, which means I can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than you, but I can't stop in the same space. So though I would normally be obstructed from moving through the doorway by Will, I'm able to sneak around him and Lady Applejack. I want to move on the side that's closest to the bloodied ones, which I think is right there. Actually, no, let me move there because that way I can attack both. I want to attack the bloodied looking rats with
Okay.
my long sword. I'm going to roll to hit, and I'm rolling bad tonight. I roll an 8,
That is not going to hit, my friend.
and that's my turn.
Okay, we're going to go to Lady Applejack.
Huh. Bloodied, you say?
Very.
Yeah, I'm swinging at this bloodied horde.
Please hit.
23.
That'll do, pig. All right, go ahead.
And I hit for 6.
How do you kill this thing?
How many rats is this? I just start stomping on them.
It's a swarm.
Okay, I'm like jabbing my sword into their heads. Just
Okay. All right, everybody. As the first swarm dies, I need everybody to take a Constitution saving throw.
shoot, dude. Oh my god, I rolled an at 1.
Wait, don't you have a feature called ability swap?
This isn't rolling. It's only for initiative.
Okay, never mind then.
If only you were a hobbit.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Chip, I rolled a 12.
It went up to a 3. Does that mean anything?
Not when it's in that one.
Sam, how much HP do you have?
How much do I need?
How much do you have?
I have 4. I have 4 HP.
Lady Applejack is dropped to the ground.
Can we get June back?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
As I go down.
All right. What about? Oh wait. So Tara, what did you roll?
12.
Okay. So then Tara, you take 2 damage. Will, what about you?
18.
Tara, you take 2 damage. Sundar,
19.
you take 2 damage. All right. Your friend is on the ground. It is now Will. You're back up, my friend.
I want to go as far back as I can and then shoot a Ray
Okay.
of Frost.
What is your range for Ray of Frost?
Ray of Frost. It's pretty long, 60 feet, I think.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. You got plenty. All right, this is gonna be a little bit of what's it called, action. Little bending.
Little
action.
bend the
That's
bullet.
Okay. That's all right. Go ahead. Go for it.
I would say I would say don't hit Lady Applejack, but I don't think it matters at this point.
20.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
3 damage. Pew!
All right. Good job, Will the Wise. All right, Sundar, what do you got for us?
I'm gonna use my flail, swing. Got a 20.
That'll do.
Got a 4.
Back to the swarm attacking. Swarm's gonna attack Tear now that Tear is the closest thing to him. Tear, what's your AC?
18.
That'll miss. And then now we go to Tear. You're up. How do you respond?
I'm gonna attack with my longsword. I roll a 19,
That'll hit.
and I hit for 9 damage.
Nice. All right, this thing is bloodied.
I'm gonna do a bonus action to attack with my flail,
Okay.
and I hit for, or I'm sorry, I roll a 19 to hit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna deal 6 damage.
Okay.
And the rats have the sap effect applied, so they roll with disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Makes sense. Okay. Lady Applejack is down. Will, what do you got for us?
Oh, do I do a saving throw?
You're right. You do a death saving throw. Tell us what you get.
All right.
Pretty early in the night to be doing death saving throws, but here we are.
That's a 7.
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Oh,
Oh.
All right. I'm Ray
Alright.
of Frosting. Rolled an 11.
That will not hit cold.
I
Will.
do half damage though.
Okay.
2.
It does. This thing is looking mighty hurt. Okay.
Every little bit helps.
Sundar.
Okay. I had to look up and make sure I'm allowed to do this. And it says I'm allowed to. I'm going to get a little closer to these rats and take a swing. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly bend down and teabag Lady Applejack with my milky bottom pants. And then I'm going to take a huge swing on these rats.
I hope you
Soiled
miss.
pants.
I love that you gave us a pre before that. It's like I looked up to make sure I could do.
Yeah. What did you Google to make sure that you could do that?
Oh my
What
gosh.
did you search?
I'm going to be very honest. I am using ChatGPT for everything. And it says, yes, go for it. As long as I don't hurt. If I hurt Lady Applejack, then it's considered an attack.
Sundar rolled it. What do you got?
I got a 22.
Okay, Sundar, how do you kill this thing?
Wait, do you not need to know the damage I get? Oh. I'm going to do the same thing where, well, no, I'm going to do something a little different, actually. I'm just going to take my flail and I'm just going to almost like a broom, but I'm just going to slide it across the ground, flinging them into the wall.
All right, everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have to
I'm
do
not
that?
far enough away from this thing.
That's true.
Oh, brother.
Will's fine. Oh,
Heck yeah.
do you get time out? Lady Applejack might automatically take damage because she's within 5 feet. Yeah.
So do I just die? Like, unless I
think
roll a nat 20? Like,
I think that's just going to be a second fail. Let's say you have one more chance.
But it's okay. Combat's done.
Yeah, combat
you're
is
good.
over. So,
That's a good thing. Yeah.
okay.
Jordan's like, no, we don't lay hands on our friends.
Sundar, what do you got
Just
for
kinda-
us?
15.
Okay, Sundar, good. Okay, 1 second. All right, Sundar, you take 3 damage.
Heard.
It's acid damage. Will, what about? Oh no, not Will. Tara, excuse me. Tara, what about you?
I rolled a 4.
That's
Whoa.
unfortunate. Tara, you take 7 damage. Okay, so now you guys have defeated these 2 swarms of rats. The shopkeeper is distraught, right? Like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Why are those in my shop? What's going on? She is how they were in her shop. She is mind blown and she's terrified.
We take out the writ that was given to us. It's like, don't worry, we're here to help.
Gosh, are you with the guard? Those useless fools. Please tell me you're not with the guard.
Oh, we're with the guard, all right.
Oh, that fool Phileas can't do anything. Oh, please tell me you guys have some experience here.
Enough to get this. Yeah.
Okay. Well, is your friend okay? It looks like she's on the ground.
This will be fine. It's like gurgling blood.
Straining my milk pants over her face as she's on the ground.
You're evil. You took
She's
your
fine.
pants off?
She's just sleeping. Yeah. I'm
She's
good.
just sleeping. What do you
thighs
know?
are
Lady
out.
Applejack. Roll me a d20. Roll me a d20.
Really? This isn't a saving throw?
It's a 10. No, come on.
You've got to live through that. Are you
Come
Lady
gonna
on.
die?
Applejack, you wake up as the milk from his pants is falling onto your face.
Again, he's pantsless right now. Why is nobody talking about that?
You're definitely not talking about because you're like because there's milk coming in your mouth.
Yeah, you're bleeding from your ears.
It's all right. We got the writ. He has the authority to do this.
Will's over here like I got the writ. All right, so
I step over Lady Applejack and I go join Will the Wise. I leave Sundar and Lady Applejack to finish this themselves.
okay,
And I approach the shopkeeper.
okay. What do you say?
So Taylor's feeling pretty pissed. Like, he came into the shop, he was attacked by rats. For all he knows, this lady has something to do with it. So I would like to try and use intimidation on this woman. And I want to figure out, what do you know about these attacks happening, and why are we just attacked? Don't you know your own shop? What's going on here?
Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, I've been feeling like my shop's been haunted ever since these murders happened. It feels like every night of the incident, I feel like the shoes are moving on their own, and I feel like damaged souls move damaged souls, you know? And rats are a regular side of the docks. That's normal, but they've been acting strange, that's for sure. Customers are all mad about the rats gnawing on their shoes, and then they bring them to me to repair. That's why there's so many in the back. But honestly, thank you for dealing with that. I really appreciate that. And she goes into the room and she grabs the red boots and she goes, You don't need to pay for these. I'm so sorry you got hurt in my shop." And she hands them to Lady Applejack. I
Ooh,
hope this
kinky
helps balm a
boots.
little bit of your wounded pride.
Ooh, kinky.
I don't.
Thank you.
Something about this shopkeeper doesn't sit right with me. I'd like to check to see if there's any sign that she might be lying,
Go for it.
or
Roll me a insight check.
I feel like she knows something she's not letting on. 12.
You can tell that for the most part, there's no beguiling happening here. She's not trying to sway you. She's not trying to hide anything. You can tell that she seems to mean what she says.
What do you mean about these moving shoes in the middle of the night? What's that all about?
Well, like I said, the shoes that I've been working on, it feels like sometimes at night I just see them move on their own, and that was scaring me. So I kind of just left the pile as it was. But clearly, that when you guys went in there to look at the shoes, they attacked you. So something was going on. I, it's just been a weird past couple of weeks. I'm so sorry.
You see the shoes in the pile moving on their own?
Yeah, I did, and hopefully that was just because of those rats. So now they're taken care of.
What do you know about them? What do you know about the dock workers who were murdered?
All I know is that they always die at night, usually at the end of their shifts, and they're found dead with little holes in them.
Rat-sized holes?
Yeah, what kind of holes you mean?
Now that you say it, I bet they are little rat bites on them.
Ooh. Yucky.
But honestly, that's all I know. I wish I could help you more, but the rats acting weird is just rats acting weird, I thought. I didn't think there was anything to it, especially not a swarm in my shop. Gosh, that daggum Corex is going to get me in trouble.
You mind if I take a look around? And I kind of tap the writ.
Pulls up his belt. Yeah, sure, go ahead. You can look around at whatever you want, please.
Yeah, I want to do a perception check in each of the rooms to see if maybe I can figure out where these rats came from, or if there's something else that might be a cause for attention.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perception check. 17.
Okay. Yeah. As you look around, you can tell that there's nothing hiding. Like you're kind of pushing on stuff. You're looking for hidden entrances. You're trying to see if there's anything underneath the boots, and you kind of see holes in the floorboards underneath where the boots were, but nothing to indicate like, oh, there's something hidden down here that I can get through. But clearly, these rats were chewing on the wood to get into here, and they kind of nibbled their way through the wood to get into the shoes and the leather, and they were just chewing on the shoes from underneath the house. That's how they got through. But again, you can't tell. Like, there's nothing hiding, at least not to what you can find. No hidden doors, nothing. So that's all you can kind of glean, is that you can tell the rats were kind of chewing through the wood to get to the shoes and the soles.
So the holes from the bites is in the floorboards or the wall?
The floorboards.
Okay, I want to take out my shield that still has that like flashlight gem in it from session 1 when the goblins gave it to us, and I want to just kind of see if I can shine the light down there to see if I see anything. Is there any kind of a basement or like a crawl space?
Your shield in a dark room glows significantly, but in a bright room, it's not going to be like a flashlight where it like penetrates whole. It definitely glows and it definitely has light, especially in a dark place. But it's not.
No, that
like,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of motioned for Will to come over.
I cast
do you have
light.
anything that you can see in there?
Yeah, I cast light on a copper piece and drop it down the hole. See if I see anything.
Yeah, as it goes down, you can kind of tell underneath the house.
You have copper pieces and it didn't pay for my drink?
It wasn't my drink.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you kind of look down, and you can see that underneath the house, there's kind of like a sewer system that's underneath there. But as the coin drops in there, that's all you kind of see is just this. As in most towns, there's just a sewer system underneath, but nothing looks amiss or out of place or concerning.
I asked the shopkeeper if they know where the entrance to the sewer system is underneath the place.
Okay, yeah. So she's thinking about it. She's like, well, over by that abandoned house, there, I think there's a sewer system, but I don't remember rightly. I think kind of between the saloon and that abandoned house, I think there's an entrance, but I'm not sure. I haven't been outside in a few days. I'm sorry. I can't remember right now. But I think in between the saloon and that abandoned house, there's something.
Good to know. We think that the rats came from there and bit through under your house. There's a little hole here.
They bit through my floor? Oh,
Mhm.
gosh. I guess I'll have to get that fixed. Well, thank you so much for taking care of it, you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry. And she goes to the walls and she grabs a couple pairs of boots and she goes, I know I already gave the lady the red ones, but would y'all like some boots? Maybe I can give you some that are higher quality than what you're wearing. Would you be interested? As a thank you?
What kind of boots do I see?
They're regular old boots.
They're made for walking.
Any of them come in halfling size?
Oh, sure. Yeah. She grows over to a wall. She pulls off one just your size.
I sit down on the floor and I'm taking off my boots. They're muddy, they're worn out, the soles are kind of flapping, and as I'm pulling on these new boots, I look up at her and I say, "You mentioned a name earlier. Someone that you said was going to be mad at you."
Well, no one's gonna be mad at me. It's who I'm mad at is that daggum Corix. He's this traveler who was coming into town, and he was part of an adventuring crew, but then he stuck around here, and he tried to play music at the tavern. He got kicked out, and he told me he wanted a fancy new pair of boots to look good around his crew, and he never paid for them, and I haven't seen him in weeks.
Where's the last place you saw this Corex?
When he came in to ask for the boots, and when he asked me to make them.
Did he say where he was going afterwards?
Nope. All I know is that typically at the end of the evenings he would go to the saloon and he would play music, but I don't know. I know that he used to live in that house remember, like I just told you, that abandoned house at the end of the road? He used to live there, but I haven't seen him in weeks.
Noted.
Thank you for the boots. I finished pulling them up and I stand to my feet. And then I remember Lady Applejack's on the brink of death. I look back at her. I want to check with Lady Applejack, see how she's doing.
Yeah, I'm putting on the boots that I got. I toss my old ones in the pile.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get to my feet. How much health do I have? 1? Is that
You
right?
have one, yeah.
I have 1 health.
You're in a rough spot.
So yeah, I'm like standing up pretty slowly, and I'm just like in a daze, I guess.
Looks at Terrence like, please touch me. Lay hands.
We're too early in the session to be using up our healing spells.
It's Lady Applejack. She goes on every session.
For real, dude. Oh my gosh.
It's not my fault. You saw the shoes move and said, "Oh yeah, let's look at it."
What am I supposed to do? Just do nothing? That could be a clue.
Or like, "Hey guys, come in here. Look at this for me. I'm a rogue and I have not very much health."
I mean, I feel like I have to do something to give her some health. She has 1 HP.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to
give her 2 HP.
He gives her
Lady Applejack, I'm going to do lay on hands, and I'm going to give you 5 HP from the pool.
Wow. Wowie.
Very generous.
Okay, Will the Wise, why don't you do something about
thanks
it then?
a lot, Will the Wise. You tickled them with your
freaking
frost.
ray of
Yeah, I
frost.
still got all my spell slots. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, thanks for the 4 HP you did to those 2
everybody's
enemies.
down. His entire team's down, and then he goes, "Time to use my level 1 spells."
Gotta hang on to them for
All right,
real
guys,
big moments.
this is a great place to stop for now. I think we have a good ending session for right here, and then we'll pick up on the next part next time. But I think this is a good place to stop for now.
No, that works for everybody. Works for us. Well, hey, thank you for joining us for Chapter 3, Session 1. When you come back, you will see that we have Session 2 and 3 will be next part of Chapter 3. Remember, we can find us at the handle of Post Credit Chat, all at X, Blue Sky, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you for joining us, and you guys have a great day.